So I want to talk about drugs. I want to talk about paraphernalia. I want to talk about drugs in a serious manner. I don't want to joke around with you and weed and meth and all that shit, but I really want to talk about it because I know that there are some people that have been affected by this. And I'm not talking about the drugs as like weed and, you know, the easy stuff that you can grab a hold of so quickly. I want to talk about the heavy stuff. I want to talk about methamphetamine. I want to talk about cocaine, heroin, because I know that there are people out there that are suffering from this problem, and a lot of you guys know me. I'm very open to a lot of topics, and this is one of those topics I really want to talk about. More importantly, I want to talk about this because I have, like I said, family in the past and in the present day that are dealing with this heavy drug addiction stuff and even going through withdrawal and therapy and stuff. It's terrible. It sucks. But you know what? I'm here to talk about it, so let me open my mind up. So where is my standpoint with all this stuff going on? Where is my ideology of all this drug stuff going on? And this is where I come in and I explain myself, my stand on it. I am okay, and here's the truth. I am okay with weed and alcohol, okay? Because I do not find these as gateway drugs. If you guys didn't know, I had kind of like a debate on Twitter with a couple bigger or smaller, even bigger YouTubers in quotation marks. And we talked about how there was a tweet going on, and one of the tweets was, one of them found alcohol to be a gateway drug more than weed. And I disagree in that sense, because gateway drugs are dependent where you are. Some drugs are varied by different countries or different areas. As I found when I lived in the Midwest, the big catch was methamphetamine. If you didn't know, I lived in Missouri for a while. Note that now Missouri has the second biggest meth problem in the country, in order with Tennessee and Oregon. Those Midwestern states rely heavily on methamphetamine, so that's kind of their gateway. As opposed to California and Colorado and California, their gateway could be weed. I don't really classify weed or any legal stuff or controlled stuff as a gateway dependent. I more focus on the heavier stuff like methamphetamine, cocaine, heroin as gateway drugs because they require more power for the high as opposed to weed. Weed you can hook off of so easily. I've actually done, I'll be honest, I've done weed once or twice. I can't do it now because of the stuff of the ADHD medication that I take in order to help me focus and get me on a more balanced note. If you guys didn't know, I take a mini version of Adderall. I take Vyvanse. It's a dextroamphetamine. I can't drink. I can't smoke anymore because if I take that with a dextroamphetamine, I could run the risk of getting a heart attack or even dying at the most. Because the high in the weed itself and the mix of the dextroamphetamine will create a sort of double mix of death for me. So that's really where I'm coming from with my standpoint on it. I feel that different countries and different regions of the world have different gateway drugs in order, to get their gateways. And note that I don't classify alcohol or weed as a gateway because it's legal or controlled. You don't get arrested usually for having a certain amount of weed on you in your car or anything like that. In my state, I believe it's like 0.2 ounces will probably get you not even a ticket. It's as simple as that. So that's really my standpoint on it. The other thing I wanted to talk about with it is the story behind why I'm doing this commentary. And you guys can leave your comments down, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below with the gateway stuff. But here's the story I wanted to tell you guys, and that was that I have a cousin right now. I'm not going to say his name because he could be watching my videos, he could not, and it's more of a security issue. But I have a cousin that took a lot of heroin, did a lot of Adderall. He almost died. He's now on house arrest because of the fact of how he's going to rehab. He's doing all this stuff. He's actually been clean for a month now, almost 2. And I'm so proud of him for doing that. At the same time, heroin is nasty. It's a needle-infected drug. It's not something you smoke or anything like that. I believe last time I remember looking back through forensics class and stuff like that, heroin is a needle-injected drug. It's like meth. You can snort it. I don't know. I didn't really look too much on the aspects of these stats and stuff, so I apologize if my stats are incorrect. But my cousin is doing better now that he's off it. But there is the withdrawal part of it, which is, having to deal with the over effect of, I don't have that high anymore, I need to get that high. And that's what really the rehab helps him out with and stuff. And he's done alcohol and weed, and I fully believe he has the potential of doing great things now that he's off that stuff. I don't believe, like I said, that weed and alcohol are gateway drugs. And like I said, I feel that it depends more on where you are in the world. Think about the world today and how more of us are smoking pot and doing all that stuff. Not a bad thing, but yet again, it's just something I wanted to talk about and bring my mind up and share it with you guys, because I value everybody's opinion. I value everybody's opinion here on this channel, and I value your guys' opinions on critical and topical issues that are in the world today. I might come back with one of these again, but just something I want to throw out there. Alright guys, my name is Rushing, and hopefully you guys keep on rushing and stay clean. Have a good one, guys.